Yeah. What are 5 things you could wear instead of a mask to protect yourself from COVID?
A cross.
Yes!
Lysol.
Yes!
A gas mask.
Yes!
A shoe.
Yes!
Prayers.
Yes!
Improv comedy is a bunch of people get on stage, they play games where you do scenes and you make everything up on the spot. There's no script. But the thing that makes you on the edge of your seat the entire time is that you know that it is made up. That's improv comedy. But the part of improv that makes it magic is that it happens once, it'll never happen again that way.
Why is no one coming down from upstairs? Fuckers don't know what a chorus means. Here at Jurassic Park.
I had some friends who were in another improv group. Somebody I was dating was in the Crazy Monkeys, and then some other friends that I had from before, we all started hanging out. And some of them were like, still want to kind of do improv. I want to explore something different about improv. And so we kind of got together, and that's how we started. We just kind of started practicing in his name's Tim Franklin's house. I'm very pleased to see that ad lib exists. I honestly had no idea that it would still be going on 10 years later.
Do you want to love me like you did just yesterday? Is your love for me for real, or is it just a game? Now that everything in my life is trying, you can walk away and feel the same. Is your heart so cold that you do not feel anything? Do you want the man to man and really feel the same? Tell me how this thing happened to you.
Hi, I am the current president of Ad Liberation. I wanted to make sure we had a sense of history, a sense of where this troupe has been and where we're headed. So I thought I would play this story. And because it's me, it has to be in film.
Can you tell me when you were first thinking about doing improv comedy in college and auditioning for Ad Lib, how did you first hear about the team?
So my first semester of college, I did nothing. It was terrible. And I saw this banner on those wooden circular things outside of Class of 50.
Yeah.
For improv comedy, ad lib improv comedy. I took a picture of it and I went back to my dorm and I put it in my agenda book and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll go or not. And my roommate, she was like, girl, you need to get out. You need friends. Like, you cannot stay here. You need to go. I got in and that they were my first group of friends.
Dad, I love you.
Son, I'm
More
gonna
than that
fish
fish. Even though Mom was pregnant.
It's enormous. I'm not important right now. You have to help me. Help it.
There. Now do you love me?
Yes.
Wow.
See, as the founding members kind of moved on with their lives, I was tasked with keeping it alive. My first cohort, they were Kyle and Jason and Mohammed. They kind of opened my eyes to what college life is supposed to be like.
I'm Kyle Dekoff. I was, what years was I president? Basically, when I became president, what had happened is Sammy was the president and she had left for an Italy study abroad. But at that time, a lot of people were leaving and a lot of people were becoming kind of disillusioned with ad libs, so I became the president.
Jennifer, as your camp counselor, I'll just have to tell you, you're never going to be as popular as the other scouts.
Is it because of my masculine voice?
During my presidency, a lot of it was growth and getting a lot of learnings. This is kind of like what our manual was, because we were just trying to really hone our craft. I'm glad that we're a bunch of friends hanging out and doing comedy together, and that's what's important to me and what was important to ad lib while I was there.
You think that we're not getting better? Well, I disagree. I was in ad liberation from fall of 2014 all the way up until my graduation in December of 2018. So we had at least 11 members. It was huge. And half of them were all of these new members that had come in with no improv, well, little to no improv experience.
Our older members are in red, so we have
Daniel, Kyle, Wow.
Karina. And in our blue, we have our newer members, brand new recruits, and they are
Nathan, Alex, Gavin.
That's our truth for the night.
I tried to leave some of that to Kyle for the general training. My focus was kept more on like the shows and the public outreach because we were doing something right if we got 5 people in that year.
Most of my college was improv. When I first started, we barely had any following or like audience presence. When I was taking it on as president, we were having more people come on. People saw our flyers, knew who we were. You know, there were a couple times where there was definitely some tension in the group, as well as other more personal issues. You know, one of the teammates was roommates with my ex-boyfriend, so that was cool. But like my favorite memories when it comes to ad lib was just like how supportive we were with each other.
What are you guys doing in our house?
We're itching for some fixins for some food.
We got some housewarming gifts just for you. Have some stew. Good God, they're speaking in tongues. I can't understand.
Every single person that's come through ad lib that I've seen had something unique and special about them that they brought to the table. You're gonna look back and think those were my favorite years.
Well, it's the wrong number. You call my house again.
I, quite frankly, just came to ad lib just for fun. I didn't expect to get in.
Tell me about becoming president.
I was vice president my sophomore year of college. Karina was really busy at the time, and stuff was stacking onto her plate, and she needed to step down. I sort of felt like the rest of that semester's goal was survival. The biggest goal that I had as president was I wanted to up the professionalism of what we did. I didn't want ad lib to be a name that was cute. I wanted ad lib to be a name that held weight.
Hate from the base of my hate from the insecure. When you're anonymous, no consequence to fear. Your place is so low. Human mosquito, no conversation.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to fit in with these people. I was the only black person, to my knowledge, the first black troop member ever, but something in that first year, I felt like I was home. Being president, my biggest hurdle has been the coronavirus, in that we couldn't do practices without wearing masks and attempting to social distance. It meant we couldn't touch, it meant we couldn't sing. It meant we could only have audiences of, at some points, only 10 to only audiences of 60.
Well, Mr. Damon, it seems there is a full-size Millennium Falcon Lego set dislodged in your rectum at this
I have the, oh my, these are the x-rays you ordered?
I know.
I wanted this to be more than just a club, but a real community. Dare I say, even like a family. Diana, Danelle, Amanda, Razam, Liz, Connor, Gavin, myself, Nick, JP, Mark, Clark. Am I forgetting anyone?
Let me into your life.